What's up, guys? It's Frank with Big Man Tech. Today I want to talk to you about something that's kind of important to your setup, whether it be for gaming, for work, or whatever, what have you. And that would be your chair. Now, a lot of us are stuck working from home, or even if you're a gamer, you've got to spend a lot of time in your chair, doing classes from home, whatever. So you're going to spend a lot of time at your desk. And one of the more important things that people need to spend time thinking about is where you're going to plant your tuchus. Chairs come in all various kinds of sizes, shapes, and prices, sizes, shapes, and prices. I'm going to specifically be talking about 3 that I own and a couple that I've used over the past for a while. And I know chairs go in various budgets from, anywhere from $100 chair to up to $3,000. I've sat in everything from, about $100 chair up to $1,300, $1,500 chair, which would be the Herman Aeron chair, which gets a lot of press for good reason. It's an extremely comfortable chair. It's also extremely expensive. Herman Miller has also teamed up with Logitech to make a quote-unquote gaming chair. It's actually based on another chair that they make that looks exactly like, although the chair that they made with Logitech is a little bit cheaper than the original version. And there's another company that makes a really nice office chair too that I've used in the past. It's called a Human Scale. That chair is around $1,200, and again, extremely comfortable chair, but not in my budget. And a lot of people budget that I know are not going to be able to afford that one. But I will talk about the 3 that I have. I have one chair that I actually picked up for $100. Well, I got it used for $100, but I'm staying under $400 for all 3 chairs. Well, each chair individually is less than $400. So first, we're going to talk about the Hyken chair. I got that one. It's a Hyken task chair. You can pick that one up at Staples, and I'll drop a link in the description below for all the chairs that I'm talking about. So the Hyken task chair I picked up for $100. You can get it brand new from Staples or Office Max. It's around $230. It's got a weight capacity of 275, and the reason I bring up the weight capacity is because, number one, I'm Big Man Tech. I'm not a little guy. I come in over 270, depending. So I can't sit in the average, $100 chair and expect to be comfortable for a long period of time. So again, the Hyken mesh task chair is a 275-pound weight capacity. Fairly comfortable chair. I used it for 3 years. Not perfectly meant for someone my size. Again, at 6'5", 275, whatever. The headrest doesn't adjust high enough to get above my shoulders, because at the very height of the top height of the headrest, if I'm sitting all the way back, it hits me right in my shoulders. I'd have to, scooch down a bit to get the headrest to hit me in my neck or the back of my head. But aside from that, it's a good chair. It's just not made for someone my size specifically. But if you're a little bit shorter and heavier, not a bad choice. So the adjustments on the chair are the standard height, seat height, armrest go up and down. You can lock the back from rocking back and forth. Headrest goes up and down and does do a tilt function. Next up, we have the GTRacing Chair. I got that one on Amazon. That one was around $170. Weight capacity on that one is 350. So obviously a larger chair. It's made for a wider person. I fit into the chair comfortably. Padding on that chair it could use some work. It's not extremely comfortable for long periods, and because it's a leather back, quote unquote, racer gaming chair, it's hot. So you sit in chairs for long periods of time in the summertime, or even sometimes in the winter if the heat's kicking or whatever, you're going to sweat, and the chair is not going to help with that. It's going to make things worse. But aside from that, it actually isn't a bad chair. It's got your standard seat height adjustment. Armrests go up and down. The back on the chair reclines to 170 degrees, so you can actually, the chair is basically a recliner as a desk chair, and it even has a leg rest that comes out underneath. The lumbar support in that chair is a pillow that is on two elastic bands that you can adjust up and down. They don't stay in place very well though, so take that for what you will. And the headrest, well, it's not a traditional headrest, there's a pillow that's there instead. So there's that. And finally is the chair I'm sitting in currently, which is the autonomous, excuse me, autonomous Ergo 2 chair. So this chair was $370 roughly, and this one has a weight capacity of 350 pounds. This is probably the most comfortable chair outside of a Herman Miller or a human scale that I've sat in. This thing has got as many adjustments in it almost as a car seat. So the seat goes up and down. Obviously, seat height goes up and down, but the seat also will tilt backwards and forwards and slides in and out on the rails here. Then the lumbar support is adjustable up and down in here. The armrests go up and down. Also, the armrests themselves will slide forward and inwards and outwards slightly. Well, forwards and backwards, obviously, and inwards and outwards slightly as well. Headrest goes up and down, obviously, and there's angle adjustments as well as that on that. But again, this is probably the most comfortable chair I've had outside of a Herman Miller or a human scale chair. So, yeah, so that's, a quick rundown of the chairs I like and chairs I've used. And again, and for the GTRacing chair, it's not a bad chair, but my chair apparently has some quality control issues. I had that chair for a year. That chair, in a year, I had to replace one armrest because it cracked. I had to replace one of the caster holders at the bottom cracked. So one of the wheels fell off and the base. So I had to get the base replaced. And since then, the other armrest has started to crack on the sides. So there's that. So yeah, the GTRacing chair I've had for a little over a year. The autonomous chair that I'm sitting in now, again, I've had this one since about mid-September. A great chair. I would definitely recommend this. If you've got the money to splurge a little bit, I'd say pick one up for yourself. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. Anybody had any suggestions for new videos? Drop a comment and subscribe. Thanks. Talk to you later.